So, this year you're losing your T4 on the beach virginity.
I know. I'm nervous.
Are you?
Quite nervous, quite excited. I think it's going to be good.
How close is it to actually losing your virginity?
I don't know, but in front of 45,000 people, I mean, that's an audience. You have to really perform.
The good news is that we're doing the T4 links bit, so we're doing the bit that Justin, we're kind of just mucking around, we've got our own van and stuff, so we'll be away from the main bit. So I would say it's not necessarily like losing our virginity, more like heavy petting at the start of a fledgling relationship.
In a van on a beach.
Whereas the other guys, we're talking full penetration with them.
And are you nervous about how the other guys might treat you? Might get initiated in some way? They might not be too gentle.
Well, I mean,
are we again talking about the virginity situation?
Yeah.
If you're talking about Rick, I've already been there, and
you have been
returning.
there. Yeah, you have been there.
So, and he was actually very tender and gentle. So I'm not worried about that.
Don't be fooled by the beard. He's actually very loving.
He is. He's a very he's so big that when he hugs you, it feels like you're really getting swallowed into it. So I'm not on a sexual level. I'm not nervous.
Being pushed off stage potentially.
Yeah, I mean, in the past few years, there have been some horrifying things / hilarious that have happened at T4 on the beach. So Peter Andre fell off the stage famously. Jedward broke a leg. I hope that Jedward is now in a wheelchair, and I hope that's genuinely is. I saw a thing on the internet the other day, and I hope that isn't as a direct result of T4.
You would hope so.
I don't think it is. I think it's a separate incident.
Okay, fine.
He's very clumsy. So we
John or Edward?
I can't tell the difference. So I think that there's potential for someone to get injured, and I'm just hoping it's not one of us.
Although I do think Jamila with her Bambi legs is the prime candidate.
Oh yeah, she's
off the stage.
If you saw that Orange Rock Core show she did, it's an amazing clip. I'm sure it's on the internet.
It is on the internet.
On her face, which was
awful. Didn't she knock out about 12 teeth and break her wrist?
And then carried on. She's a professional.
She's hardcore.
So
I wouldn't. I'd be like, get me out.
I would be weeping in the corner for days if that happened to me. So yeah, hopefully you've made me nervous now, but hopefully it'll all be fine.
What about the lineup? Maybe there's somebody from the lineup who's accident prone.
I don't know. Who's boisterous? I mean,
Dappy.
Yeah,
Dappy. He's going to be. You can imagine him backstage just causing chaos.
Yeah, he's a man who sort of chaos tends to follow him around. Like if something's going to go wrong, it's with Dappy. Now normally it's a verbal mistake that he's made by saying something that he shouldn't have said. But this year it could be an action. He could do something, maybe try and fling the hat out to a loving member of the crowd.
And then the peak would, and then fall.
Or just throw it with such force but forget to let go of it. And
and go with
himself
it.
Forward.
Go with it,
That's a genuine danger.
And would make brilliant television, so everyone wins.
And at the end of the day, that's what we're all about when we're there.
That's what we're in it for.
If a pop star gets injured, but it's caught on camera
and makes good TV,
all the better.
And then actually afterwards we can send it to You've Been Framed and make 250 quid.
Bingo!
In it to win it. And okay, so obviously this is your first T4, so I can't call on you for advice for T4 specifically. So what wisdom can you pass on from other festivals that you guys have been to? Tips for stamina, partying all day.
Don't wear flip-flops.
Don't wear flip-flops
for a festival. In fact, don't wear brogues either. I went to a festival last year, and it was a surprisingly sunny day, right? And I don't cope well with sunny weather because I'm so ghostly pale, but also because I've got a limited range of clothes for the summer. I'm not good with. I feel I've got really horrible knees. So I don't really like wearing shorts. So I just wore what I would normally wear, which was jeans and some brogues, and it got so hot that I had to take.
Do you have socks on?
I did have socks on. Okay. So hot, I thought, I'll take the socks off. That's cool, right? Roll up the trouser leg and just wear. It was a disgusting mess by the end of it.
And you try and peel them off.
It was. Peeling is the inside of the shoe came
and it kind of goes.
Embedded on your
horrible,
skin.
And the shoe became almost wrinkly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was horrible.
Yeah, and you can never wear it.
Don't do that.
And I actually have some counter wisdom. They do say, hot sunny days, stay hydrated. If you're in a field/beach with 45,000 people, you don't want to stay hydrated because then you have to queue with 45,000 people for the toilet and then you miss everything. So I would say remain dehydrated for as long as you possibly can until you get on the verge of feeling a bit dizzy and then have a sip of water.
As a counterpoint to that, I would say do drink because we don't want anyone collapsing. But wear a catheter.
Oh no, just till you're on. Oh yes.
There you go.
Yes.
A little colostomy bag and just go in that.
Or a shiwi.
A shiwi.
Or a shiwi.
Yeah, but the urine still has to go somewhere with a shiwi, right?
You have to then carry it around.
Yeah. Although actually, that's quite a good thing. If you want to create a little private space for yourself near the front of the stage, just urinating.
Edging forward, urinate. Forward.
Urinating will repel other people in the audience. So
is this from experience that you know that urinating in public?
No, I'm just thinking if I was stood next to someone they were weeing, I'd try and get out of their way, and then they would have their own private little area. Yeah. But it would smell like wee. So
some excellent advice then, I think, for everybody.
Drink a lot and then wee everywhere.
So, excellent advice. Some common festival dilemmas for you now.
Okay.
It's lunchtime, you're hungry, you're approaching the food stands, and you get faced with either the giant Yorkshire pudding with mashed potato and gravy in the middle, or a hot dog that's longer than your forearm. Which one do you have to go for?
That's a long hot dog. That's good.
Yeah.
How much is this hot dog? That seems like
They're both the same price.
What kind of price range are we talking?
Standard festival price, £4.50 probably.
I think I would go. How big is the Yorkshire pudding?
It's the giant one. It's like plate size. It's full of
In
mash.
terms of my forearm, are we talking like two per forearm?
Maybe like the sausage is like elbow
the sausage
to
is
wrist.
that big, right?
Yeah.
Wait,
yeah, equally big.
No, but in the Yorkshire pudding.
Oh, in the Yorkshire pudding.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're talking the size of a plate.
Because I'm just thinking. Then Yorkshire pudding. If it's plate size, almost as big as my forearm.
I would go for the Yorkshire pudding as well. I think. Yeah. So.
Well, you're a veggie.
Well, I sort of was for a bit. I've started eating chicken recently, so I'm not anymore. I can't say. I keep saying, I'm a vegetarian. Can I have some chicken, please? Oh no, that doesn't work.
Can I have the vegetarian option with chicken?
But I've not moved on to a hot dog yet. Maybe it's
See, I think that would be too big a hot dog as your first hot dog coming out of your
I need like a wiener, right? A cocktail sausage.
Yeah, you need a sausage on a stick.
Break myself in gently.
Yeah, sausage on a stick.
Okay, so festivals. Everyone's feeling the love. Everyone's having a great time. Sun's out. Everyone's loving each other. What happens if people want to express their love, perhaps in a tent, but there's no doorknob to hang a sock on, so people will know? What's the code? What's the etiquette?
So that's why you weird when you. Sorry, is this your sock? I just found it outside on the door. People get really weird when you do that. I don't know why.
I didn't know that. Is that an actual rule?
It's one of many.
Is that just in your house?
Yeah.
Secret code. What was the question again? Sorry, I'm just.
Well, I think save it till you get home because you might miss end-ups.
So you're saying that? I mean, with a tent, there's very little. I mean. It's not like people aren't going to know, unless it's kind of very, very quiet. Are people going to barge in? I would say make the clue the noise so that people don't want to barge in. Yeah, I would say do that. Yeah, that's my advice.
Okay, awesome.
Some excellent advice there.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Or just drape a sock over the top of the canvas.
Yeah, but then again, I'd be like, sorry, is this yours? I just found it on top of your tent,
yeah.
so.
Fine, yes, okay, that's going to fall down at the same. You basically just need to stop being so inquisitive.
Well, I just worry about these lost socks everywhere. Especially, you know how annoying it is when you lose one of a pair. If it was a pair, I'd be like, fine, they won't miss it.
Yeah.
One, that would drive you crazy.
Did you know what that would?
So.